What's up, RC4O squad? Mike back with another video. This is the ARRMA Infraction 6S Pushing the Limit series. So we have the Infraction back on the table, as you can see, still bone stock, as you can see. We have a whole array of parts here in front of the truck. Now, I'm not throwing all these parts on it today. The last run, so the first run with the truck got 63 miles per hour. That was bone stock, 2 3S 6,000 milliamp batteries by CNHL, and that was a good first run. Second run, came back and changed the center diff to an aluminum cased center diff because it was leaking everywhere. And when I installed that, I stuffed it full of earplugs and I put a 24 tooth pinion on it and ran it with 2 3S CNHL 8000 mAh 120C packs. So what I'm going to do today is throw some of these upgrade parts on. Mainly going to throw in the spool. Now I got the gear off the stock spool out of the Limitless, but I'm going to be using this RAMJAM titanium spool set. Now there will be a link to all this stuff below. There'll be a 10% off code for RAMJAM that I'll link down in here too, for you guys to use if you want to get any of this stuff. But I'm still missing a few pieces that I need, but I'm going to go ahead and start on some of it. Like, I don't have this top plate yet. I'm still waiting to get this top plate. I'm actually going to end up using a different servo mount whenever I get that, but I'm still going to go ahead and throw in this epic HITEC DB961WP servo. Now this thing's got some pretty killer specs on it. What's it say? 55 kg or 763 ounces of torque at 6 volts. It's 0.18 seconds on the speed, and at 7.4 volts where I'll be running it, it'll be 0.15 seconds on the speed. So this should be a pretty awesome servo to use. Huge shout out to HITEC for jumping on and getting involved with this Pushing the Limit series. They also sent out a charger that we're going to be using from now on to charge up these batteries. So again, huge thanks to HITEC. These products will be linked down below as well. We got some awesome M2C stuff, carbon fiber motor mount and side skirts and splitter, upper suspension mount. I'm not going to install a bunch of this today because I'm waiting on the castle system to get here to install the motor mount. I need the top plate before I can install the Ackerman, but I'm probably going to go ahead and swap out to the carbon fiber towers today. I'm not ready to start breaking these yet, so I'm going to hold off until the whole build's done. These will be the last thing I install. Probably going to go ahead and swap on the titanium wheel hexes, probably the skid plates while I'm in there. Since I'm not installing the upper pin today, or the upper suspension mount today, because I need this new top plate, I won't be using the RAMJAM racing suspension pins. I'm probably not going to go ahead and do the camber links and steering links quite yet. I think I'm going to wait. Since I'm doing the hexes, I'm going to go ahead and do the drive shafts, and I'll probably just wait before I put the hinge pins and stuff in. But regardless, guys, when I come back, I'll bring you back if I run across anything that I think you need to see. But as I get parts done, I'll come back and explain what I done and how I done it. So sit back and enjoy, guys. This is going to be an awesome build. I can't wait to get this thing into the 130s, maybe even the 150s. It's gonna be awesome. Okay guys, so I just wanted to come back real quick. I got the titanium front drive shaft in the lower shock mount holder and the wheel hex. So here is the stock, and this is the titanium. Same for the shock mount, the titanium versus the black anodized of the stock, and the wheel hexes, guys. Stuff looks awesome, went together great. Had no issues with any of the parts from M2C or RAMJAM to this point. So let me get the other side done and the rear hexes on, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay guys, so I got the front drive CVDs, whatever you want to call them, and the lower shock mount and the wheel hexes all the way around. I have the spool built and the center drive shafts in. I got the O-rings in there, so it should be good and snug. I did see that to fit these thicker center drive shafts, I had to do away with the support bearing. No biggie, I don't think I need it with these. And I also had to remove the chassis braces just while I was installing them because they're so thick. I'm kind of stuck for now. I'm gonna go off, and I got this stock screw is stripped, so there's a video linked above that will show how you get those out. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to get it out. I actually have some titanium ones that RAMJAM sent me that I'm going to put back in here on this stock motor mount while I'm still using it. And I guess once I get the motor out and cover on and motor back in and remeshed, I will bring you back. And by then I'll have all the supports back in. The only thing it'll need done at that point will be removing the servo and installing the HITEC servo. And I have a couple skid plates that I'm going to go ahead and install on here while I'm doing this. So give me what's going to be a second for you guys will be a minute for me. I'll be right back with you. Okay guys, so we got the infraction pretty well done to this point anyway. So we got all the titanium drive shafts in it and the hexes. Got the M2C shock towers on the front and rear of this bad boy. Went ahead and installed the little skid plates that RAMJAM sells. So really the only thing left to do is to get in this HITEC servo in here. So I'm going to get the HITEC servo installed, get everything trimmed back up, and then we'll be ready for another run on this bad boy. When I got this all put back together and got the new screws in there, I did realize that dropping down to a 39 tooth spur gear on this spool would not be enough for a 24 tooth. I had to bump it up to a 28, and that is almost about the littlest one you can get on there. I mean, I guess you could probably put a 25 or a 26 on there. That would be shoved all the way in the motor mount. So I just went with a 28 for now. So it's got a 28-39 gearing this next run on 6S. I don't even know what that's going to do to this ESC, if that ESC is even going to like it or let me do it. That seems like a lot of gear for me. But let me get this servo out, and once I get the servo out and back in and all that, and it's all done, I will bring you guys back for the conclusion. Okay guys, so back to it. All done now. Just need to throw the wheels on it and go give it a rip. Like I said, I got the carbon fiber towers on, the drive shafts in. I got a couple other little pieces here and there. I got that HITEC servo installed. I did have to switch the steering direction on my controller, so I had to rebind it and set all that up. No biggie, that's all good now. So the next time I run it, we'll see what she does with a 28-39 gearing on this ARRMA setup. And then after that, we're just going to be throwing the castle in it and start working from there. The next time I get it on the bench, I am going to go through all the diffs front and rear and go through all the shocks and get my suspension all set right. I think once I pass 100 miles an hour, it's time to start looking at the suspension and making sure that that's all dialed in just as well as the rest of the drivetrain. So next video that you guys see of this thing will be another run and see how fast this gets it to, and then we'll be on to the second round of upgrades, which will be the motor mount and the electronics. I got a bunch of other stuff over there too. Upper suspension mount, the pins for that. I got pins for back here. There's a few other things that I still want to do to it before I call it completely done. Tires is going to be another big thing because these hoons ain't going to last over 100 miles an hour from what everybody's telling me. So hopefully my next run I don't blow them. I'd hate to wreck this thing right now, but if it happens, it happens. So this is the part of the video, guys, where I ask you to hit that like button. It really helps the channel, and if you're not a subscriber and you just found this channel and this is one of your first times watching it or your first time watching it and you enjoy the content and want to see more content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, guys. And until next time, my name's Mike. This is my ARRMA 6S Infraction and Pushing the Limits series. And until next time, guys, peace out.